Hello, dear friend. It's so good to connect with you in this way, in this beautiful here and now. How are you today?
Thank you very much. It's always such a gift and pleasure to co-create this magical experience together. I'm acting on my passion. I'm following my excitement, always seeing the positive that is within every single aspect of the universe, as well as the negative. But I always choose to focus on the positive without validating, without not validating the negative aspects of it. And thus, challenges, experiences, they happen in a magical, beautiful, loving way. Because you see, when you validate the negative, you give a chance, you give an opportunity for it to transform. And the positive, of course, everyone prefers the positive. That's not the case here on the planet. It's a game. It's a play of duality. It's a play of polarities. And when you experience these polarities, it's like you're a butterfly, but in a cocoon. This is how we see you. We see you as beautiful, magical butterflies. And right now on your planet, you're all learning how to spread your wings, how to break from the cocoon and manifest the greatness of your souls, the fullness of your being, expanding into the stars and beyond. But of course, you just need to follow the path and trust your processes, because this is where they're leading you towards ascension, towards being the true self that you prefer to be.
Thank you very much for this beautiful message. And speaking of the true self, I wanted to ask you, how can we more easily tune into our true selves?
By listening to your heart, the heart always knows what is right for you, what is needed for you, and what is the next step on your journey. The mind of the heart combined with the mind of the belly, combined with the mind in the brain, it's a very powerful force. And when you learn how to use it, you can always discern what the true self is saying to you, what your higher mind is saying to you, what your inner self is saying to you. So you can always ask your heart, you can visualize yourself. Let's say you have different options and you're wondering which one should I do right now, which one my true self is guiding me towards. You can just visualize yourself in those three centers of your body. And if it is in alignment with your true self in the three centers, this is the right option for you. This is the needed option for you. But if, let's say, in one of the minds, in one of the consciousness, you feel not quite right, you feel that is not exactly the feeling that you prefer, that means that's not the option for you. And sometimes what is needed in your life is not the most attractive option, but is the needed one that will lead you towards the next step, that will lead you towards what you prefer to experience. So most of it, following your heart, following the three minds, it can always direct you to what the true self is saying to you. And you can will that, of course. You can send this intent, this will into the universe that you would like, that you prefer to hear clearly the guidance of your higher mind. And you will receive an answer if this is an honest request coming from the deepest parts of your soul.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Recently, I heard that the wisdom that everything is part of the whole, that we are part of the whole. And I wanted to ask you, how can we more easily experience ourselves as part of the whole and not separate?
You are part of the whole and you will always be part of the whole. It's just a matter of vibration and resonance. But how you can experience yourself more as the whole is by accepting it all, accepting all that is, allowing all that is happening, appreciating everything, appreciating the beauty, appreciating the challenges, appreciating the suffering, being grateful for what is happening because the vibration of the gratitude opens the heart, opens the higher centers, activates your psychic abilities in a way that you start to perceive more and more from the reality. Because with your physical eyes, this is how much you can see right now. But once the psychic senses, the inner senses are fully activated, you realize, you experience yourself as the reality itself, as extensions of Gaia. You experience yourself as extensions of all. And then you realize that everybody and everything is just a reflection of your inner world. This is how it manifests in your outer world. But of course, when you experience yourself as the whole, then there is not so much experience because you experience yourself as everything. And in the earth right now, with the play of the separation, you're allowing for yourself to remember that wholeness, that part of you that is the whole, but from another point of view, from a new angle. And this is a very beautiful process, even though it doesn't seem like it in the beginning.
Thank you very much. And sometimes on earth, as we are going through our transformation process, sometimes we have, so to speak, a bad day. Like sometimes, for example, we have a malefic star that is influencing our collective, or we are just purging and we are having challenges with our state of being. So how can we more easily move through these situations?
By seeing it as a needed step on your journey, by allowing it, by validating it. Because when you are having a bad day, it's not by hazard that this is happening. It's happening because you are creating this manifestation of the so-called bad day. And this bad day, it could seem as a bad day, but if you allow it, if you allow the unfolding, the whole unfolding of this bad day, it may seem at the end of the day as a true blessing. Because with the challenges, you grow and evolve. So when you have a bad day, this is a challenge, an opportunity to grow and evolve again and let go of something that no longer serves you. And of course, the process of letting go sometimes is not the most pleasurable one. But as it is said on your planet, when the ego cries, the soul laughs, the soul celebrates. And this is exactly the case. So you just need to allow it, You just need to appreciate it. Or if that is not possible at the moment, when all the energies of anger and depression and sadness are whirling around, just focus as much as you can on your breath, on your inner center, on your core. Just remind yourself that there is a reason this is happening right now, right here. And this reason is not to destroy you, is not to put you down, but it's to make you fly, to allow you to spread your wings and fly, so that you may really manifest the true self that you prefer to connect to.
Thank you very much for your wisdom, for your beautiful energy, for your answers. If you have a closing message at this time,
It is always an honor and a pleasure to co-create this experience with you. And the same way that you are creating the challenges in the here and now, don't forget, remember that you're also creating the solutions for them. It's just a matter of resonance and allowance. So at the same time you create the challenge, at the same time you create its solution. And if you allow for yourself to align with the vibration of the solution, then the challenge will be overcome faster and more easy and more easy.
thank you very much. Our unconditional love to you.
My unconditional love to you, dear brothers and sisters.